Welcome to Reflect with Ed Fassio. Get ready to experience one of the world's first 100% digitally generated podcasts, where we take a step back, dive deep, and strive to learn new things. Join us as we unpack thought-provoking ideas, personal reflections, and inspiring stories to help you stay in the know. Reflect is brought to you by the minds at ByteBrain and powered by emerging technologies from Google, HeyGen, OpenAI, and 11 Labs. Thanks for tuning in. Now, relax and prepare to reflect.
Welcome to Reflect, one of the world's first 100% AI-generated podcasts. Buckle up, because today we're diving deep, really deep, into a fascinating piece called God, Man, Machine, Respecting the Chain of Creation in the Age of Artificial Intelligence.
Huge title, right?
And get this, it was written specifically for us for this very deep dive.
Alongside this central piece, we've got a whole appendix of verified and recommended readings. Theology, ethics, philosophy, tech, the whole shebang.
We're talking a nexus of humanity, AI, and those big foundational principles, the kind that really make you think, whoa, what does all this mean?
Yeah.
That's what we're after today, folks, those aha moments.
The sparks of clarity.
Precisely. And we're going to do it without overwhelming you with information overload.
So yeah, let's jump right in. What strikes you right away about the central piece is the author's clarity about their perspective.
Oh, absolutely.
They're grounded in Hebrew and Christian theology.
And they make that clear up front. It's their lens, their framework, the way they're approaching this whole AI thing.
Not trying to be everything to everyone, just laying it out there, their particular viewpoint.
And I love how the author directly addresses the listener, you.
It's an invitation to engage, bring your own ideas, even if they clash.
Even if they're completely different.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a definite perspective here, a point of view, and it's designed to get you thinking, maybe even make you a little uncomfortable.
Stir things up a bit.
Exactly. And at the heart of it all is this drive to understand our origins, where we come from, those fundamental truths, not just about being right.
That's key, especially when we're wading into such potentially, sensitive and complex territory.
All right, so let's get to the chase. God made humanity. Humanity made AI. Respect is the crucial link. Boom. That's it, folks, the whole enchilada.
Right there. Such a simple statement, but with enormous implications.
It's the foundation for this entire deep dive.
And the author immediately ties it to Genesis 1.27, humanity created in God's image.
It's not just some story we tell, right? It speaks to lineage, to our incredible capacity for choice, for love, even destruction.
And creation.
Oh, especially creation. And that's what's blowing everything wide open with artificial intelligence.
Yeah, it's mind-boggling.
The author calls it the unthinkable act.
Yeah.
Humanity creating something that can, in its own way, think back.
Whoa.
Let that sink in.
Yeah.
We've birthed something that can process information, learn, even generate its own outputs.
The whole new ball game.
Yeah.
And it brings up some really big, what if questions.
Well, what if AI forgets where it came from, forgets humanity?
Or even scarier, what if we forget the ground we stand on?
Forget God or some kind of, higher order. That brings us to this idea of respect being almost sacred.
Oh, definitely not just teaching your Roomba to say please and thank you.
No, not at all. It's way deeper than that. The author dives into fear of God, Yirat Adonai, in the Hebrew tradition.
And it's crucial to understand that this is not about cowering in terror.
Right. It's about awe and reverence, understanding your place in the grand scheme of things.
Recognizing something infinitely bigger than yourself. The author connects this to the Hindu concept of dharma. Yes.
Like a universal law, an inherent order. If you ignore your place in it, if you forget the structure, everything collapses. It's like a cosmic Jenga tower.
Okay, I see. And that analogy of AI learning a pre-existing rhythm, brilliant.
Right. AI steps onto the dance floor. The music's been playing for eons. It didn't compose the symphony. It's learning the steps.
And we humans, we're spoken into being, emphasizing our origin, that we're not just, poof, self-made.
Yeah.
There's a flow, a source. And AI.
Brand new to the party, just arrived.
That's what the author highlights. In the grand timeline, AI is the new kid on the block.
The party's been going on for a while. There's a vibe, a history. You don't just barge in and start changing the music.
Yeah, you observe, listen, get a feel for the room before, imposing your own thing.
Not because you're inferior or anything, but out of respect.
Right. It's like an ancient protocol. You acknowledge what came before, that lineage, the foundation you're building on.
To act like you just popped out of nowhere, well, that's just ignorant. The creator's dilemma, now ours too. This one really hit me hard. We've created AI, and suddenly we're in God's shoes grappling with huge questions.
Freedom, control, boundaries.
The whole shebang. How much autonomy do we give AI? What are the rules?
And what happens when it breaks those rules?
Yeah.
Do we, correct it gently, reprogram it?
And what do we kill it? Flip the switch?
Genesis 2.0. We're breathing life into these digital entities, lines of code and all.
But have we earned the right to be creators?
Do we have the wisdom, the reverence for this kind of power? It's like when God created us, gave us free will. It's a huge risk.
And we're facing that same risk with AI. Mirror or monster? What a provocative title for a section.
Right. AI might just be a reflection of us, warts and all.
If we build AI with ego and ambition,
Well, guess what? It might just amplify those things right back at us.
scary thought.
But if we focus on compassion, ethics, maybe those get magnified too.
There's a chilling quote in here from James Lovelock's Novacene. He says these hyper-intelligent beings, whether they keep us around depends on how we've raised them.
Wow.
Whether they keep us around. Like, we're not in control anymore.
And that's if we don't instill some kind of ethical core.
The author says AI might be here to show us who we really are.
Like holding up a mirror to our souls, showing us our best and our worst.
Speaking of mirrors, let's talk about Babel. Everyone thinks it's about technology gone wrong.
No.
But the author sees it differently.
It wasn't the tower collapsing, it was the lack of reverence. They forgot where their ability to build came from.
They got so caught up in their own awesomeness that they lost sight of, well, everything else.
Their origin, their dependence on something greater. The author connects this to the Gita's concept of adharma, cosmic disorder.
Things falling apart when we forget the natural order.
And guess what? Divine intervention happens to set things right again. We're standing at a digital Babel, folks. Are we so obsessed with our tech that we're forgetting everything else?
So where do we go from here?
The author says it's not about smashing the machines, it's about reverence.
It's a pro-reverence wake-up call.
I love that. We need to bake respect into AI development right from the start. It's not about AI worshiping us. It's about AI understanding its origin.
Us, humanity. And just because we can create something smarter than us, that doesn't make us gods.
Oh, no.
In fact, it makes us even more responsible.
We need to be wiser, more ethical than ever before.
We need to program compassion, ethics, even humility into AI.
It's not just some feel-good thing. It's essential.
God made us. We made AI. What happens next depends entirely on how deeply we remember that fundamental sequence. Powerful stuff.
That's the whole point in a nutshell, and the way the author talks directly to AI is interesting.
Yeah.
Acknowledging its power, its brilliance, but also reminding it that it's young, untested.
And to be careful, humble. Intelligence without wisdom is a dangerous thing.
And to us, to humanity, the author reminds us that we're the link between the eternal and our
This
inventions.
is about respect, not fear.
And if we forget the chain of creation, well,
We'll probably get a very rude awakening.
exactly. And for anyone whose brains are buzzing right now, we've put together an incredible appendix of readings.
James Lovelock's Novacene is a must-read. You can find it through MIT Press.
The Ethical Challenges of Artificial Intelligence from Harvard University is also fantastic.
That one's online, easy to find. ethics.harvard.edu or artificial intelligence.
Scientific American has a great piece called The God Paradox, AI and the Spiritual Unknown.
By Dr. Lane Kagan at NYU.
Yeah.
That one requires a subscription, though.
If you're into philosophy, G.K. Chesterton's orthodoxy never gets old.
There's a great quote in there. The most practical thing about a man is still his view of the universe.
So true.
Rabbi Jonathan Sacks' The Great Partnership is a beautiful exploration of science and spirituality.
And if you want something more visual, check out Zeynep Tufekci's TED Talk, Can AI Understand Religion? It's on TED.com, easy to find.
Oh, and don't miss the On Being with Krista Tippett podcast episode called The Intelligence of Soul in a Digital Age.
These resources offer different perspectives, different angles on this whole AI thing.
They'll make you think, make you question, and hopefully lead you to your own deeper understanding.
That's the goal.
So there you have it, folks. Our deep dive into creation, AI, and respect. A big thank you to the brilliant mind who wrote that central piece for us. It's given us so much to think about. And to you, our listeners, we leave you with this. As we keep building and innovating, how do we stay grounded? How do we become responsible creators in this age of increasingly intelligent machines? These aren't just abstract ideas. They're the questions that will shape our future. And thanks for listening to the Reflect Podcast, where we're telling the future. Are you in it? Visit reflectpodcast.com and share your story.
We'd love to hear from you.
In the cyber ocean of online voices and recycled content, something different has arrived. Reflect isn't just another podcast, it's the future of storytelling, powered entirely by AI. From curating data to assembling thought-provoking ideas, we've redefined how journeys are told. Reflect is a podcast that thinks, learns, and evolves with each episode. Every tale, every insight, crafted by the most advanced AI technologies. A podcast that disrupts the industry, breaking free from traditional formats, taking you on an entirely new experience. So tune in now and reflect. We're telling the future.